Morning, Judge.
Yes, okay. Thank you very much. I was not seeing anyone. Good morning, Nelisiwe.
Morning,
Good
Judge.
morning, everyone.
May I please report, my lady, morning.
Good morning, my lady.
Morning, my lady.
Good morning, my lady.
Just want to see if my okay. No, I'm okay. All right. May you please call the matter on record?
Thank you, Judge. Today is the 25th of November, 2022. Calling the matter of Life Esidimeni Inquest, case number I-001 of 2021. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you very much. Yes, I will come to you, Mr. Late. The witness is reminded that she's still under oath. Where are you, Dr. Manamela? Can you see me?
Yes, my lady, I can see you.
I can see her, my lady, and the interpreter. I can see them. And I can see you as well.
Okay, now I can see her. Good morning, Mr. Mabena.
Good morning, my lady.
Yes.
As the court pleases, my lady,
yes.
I'm here to honor my word as I promised your ladyship that I'll avail myself even today.
Okay. Thank you.
However, my lady, Tate Mate is here today, and then I've been informed that I should give Mr. Mate a platform to work on this case.
Okay, no, that's fine. There is no problem. Thank you for assisting us. Thank you very much.
Whenever the court wants me, I'm available, my lady.
Okay, no, thank you very much.
As the court pleases, my lady.
All right. Mr. Mate, are you there?
I'm here, my lady.
Okay, good morning.
Morning, my lady.
Mr. Late, good morning.
Good morning, my lady.
I would just
like to remind the court that we are only available till lunchtime today, because our offices is being fumigated today. This is the first thing. The next thing is regarding the document that I was asked to move from 412 or section 412. The problem is now every time that a new transcript is loaded, the page numbers of that document that I uploaded on behalf of advocate holders will change.
Okay.
So everybody who's going to cross-examine on that document will have to use new page numbers because it will change as a result of the fact that transcripts have been loaded.
I think
that is why we, in the beginning, we asked that the people, when they prepare on the record numbers, page numbers, and not on the case lines page numbers, because we foresaw that this will be a problem if we upload documents after the transcripts.
Okay, is it not better when they cross-examine? Okay, they will give us direction regarding the documents where they are.
For instance, advocate holders is now going to cross-examine on that document that I uploaded now in section 418.
Okay.
Tomorrow, new transcripts is loaded, and then Mrs. Hassim is going to start cross-examining, and then the page numbers of that document will differ from when advocate holders cross-examined. That's why we ask that the people, when they prepare, use the transcript page numbers and not case line page numbers. That's what is my way.
All right. Mr. Hassim, there you are. Are you happy with the explanation? Where is Ms. Hassim?
I'm here. Thank you, my lady.
Yes.
Yeah, my lady, look, it's not as simple as that because we've got to, to assist the court, we display page numbers. And it's also easier to find in the transcripts run into many thousands of pages. So No, having the case lines reference just makes it possible for us to
Easier.
navigate quickly and
To locate
yes.
the documents, yes.
And to and we have already been referring to case line page numbers throughout the more than 100 days of this inquest, even when we're referring to transcripts. So it really does make it very difficult. Yeah,
That,
you know, if there were a way to upload
that option. That I'm very sorry. That option that you came about, the one that you said maybe the documents should then be uploaded at the end of that witness evidence. If it was possible, like exactly what Mr. Bodes is doing, to display the document on the screen, and then when everyone cross-examines on that document, if it can be displayed on the screen, right? So that at the end of the day, that document could be uploaded once, as soon as at the end of that witness evidence. Will that make a difference? I don't know. Because now the
in my view, that would be very helpful. We can give it an exhibit number. And yes. When Mr. Hodis or anybody refers to this, if anybody wishes to refer to this presentation, they can refer to the slide numbers.
Yes. I don't know. Can I hear Mr. Late? Because I also experienced problems when I was reading. I was complaining to say, I don't even know where this some exhibits were, and I don't know where to go.
I don't know. It will not help to upload it after the evidence, because when the next witness testify, the next witness will also be referred to that document, and it will change page numbers again. And every time a transcript is loaded, the page numbers will differ. All I can ask is maybe when they refer to the document, do not refer to the page number on which the document is, but refer to section 418. Because that document is on section 418, and that's the only document on section 418. And then use the document's own numbers.
How do we locate it on section 418? It means
it's the only document. It's the only document on section 418.
Haven't we been having section 418? Oh, now no. It's all right. Now I understand, because we used to have 412. Now we're on 418.
That's correct.
Oh yes, I think
that's the only document on 418, my lady.
There you are. I think this will be better, because I struggled. I'm struggling as we talk now, because every time when I read, there is a lot of confusion. When I go through the record, the transcript, and the exhibits, they do not tally at all.
No.
I think let's leave it at 418 for now. The document, we will just know that. Let's once we mark the exhibit, we must know that that exhibit is on this particular page 418, section 418.
As
so one will have to go to the index on case line and then locate section 418.
That's correct, my lady.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much.
My lady, just for clarity, is it 414 or 418? I don't have a 418.
Mr. Late.
My lady, I'm just going to make sure, but I'm certain it's 418.
Okay.
Sorry, my lady, I made a mistake. It's not 418, it's 414. Slideshow.
So should we, let me just see.
I made a mistake. It's section 414. And
yes,
it's
correct.
not, it's named slideshow.
Okay,
thank you, Mrs. Asim, for your correction there.
Yes, 414, correct.
That's correct. I'm indebted to Mrs. Asim for the correction.
All right, thank you very much.
Support, please.
Can we then leave with this one? say we will this exhibit, I don't know, this has not been marked as an exhibit, isn't it? It has just been uploaded.
Yes, my lady, it's not yet an exhibit.
Okay. You are still continuing, or do you want us to mark it now?
We can mark it now, my lady. That would make it life much easier.
Okay. Where were we? We were at KK6.
KK7, my lady.
This will be KK7.
Yes, ma'am.
Is there any objection to the handing in of the document as an exhibit?
May it please the court, my lady, no objection.
Okay. The document that is referred to as a slideshow and which appears on case lines under section 414 is admitted into evidence and it is marked exhibit KK7.
As the court pleases.
Yes, Dr. Manamela, you are reminded that you are still under oath.
Dr. Manamela.
Bjalo.
So reminded, my lady.
Thank you. You may proceed, Mr. Hodes.
Thank you, my lady. My lady, at the outset, I want to express my gratitude to Mr. Late who helped us and Ms. Hassan. We also had it at 414, so I'm indebted to them for their assistance. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Now, Doctor, we have this document. We can refer to this KK7 for ease of reference. And I'll use the page numbers in the document as opposed to the record so it'll be easier to follow. You've had an opportunity, Doctor, to look at this document overnight. Is that correct?
Document KK7. Jwale ge o bolela ka nomoro re bolela ka dinomoro tše di leng mo documenting e seng tse di leng mo go case line. O ile wa bana le nako ya go lebelela letlakala le go ba document e o shego ba maobane go bjalo.
A ka kgona o e fetša ka mabaka a di-load shedding.
Yes, but I could not finish perusing the document due to load shedding complications.
Thank you, Doctor. At the end of yesterday's proceedings, you wanted to correct yourself and you said that you had confused the two professors. Do you now remember this presentation that you made to Professor Ratamane and the MEC and others?
Wena o ile wa tlhakatlhakanya di-professor jale o bonyaka go phosolola taba yewe e ka ba wa botseba ke Professor Ratamane MEC le ba bang.
Bjalo.
Thank you. And
the correct surname, is it Rataimani or Rataiman, something like that? Is it that or Dr. Manamela?
It's Rataimani.
Oh, okay. Rataimani. Okay.
Mm.
Thank you. And as you see there, Doctor, you did so on the 23rd of August 2016. Do you confirm that?
Wa bona letlakala le le sa ile ka 23rd cha August 2016. Go
bjalo.
Correct.
And a lot of, if not most of the information in this presentation is consistent with KK3, KK5, and KK6. Do you agree with me?
Wunchi ba presentation le le dira mo letlakaleng le wa mo matlakaleng e sepedishana le KK3, KK5 le KK6. Go bjalo.
Go bjalo.
That's correct, my lady.
Thank you. So we don't have to go through it in great detail. I just want to highlight certain things. But please feel free to point out something that you wish to point out, in addition to anything that I focus on. Thank you.
Mo letlakaleng le fela ge go na le sengwe se wena o nyakang gore gore se tsebe goba o nyaka go se supetša gore o ka dio dira bjalo se wena o kwa gore se botlhokwa goba o bona se botlhokwa gore e se tšee re a kwana.
ke a kwisisa.
Understand.
Thank you. So if you turn to page 2, you will see that the purpose of this document was to present the report to the National Department leadership on termination of contract relationship between Gauteng Department of Health and Life Esidimeni and upscaling of community-based mental health services consistent with KK3, KK5, and KK6. Do you agree, Doctor?
Ya le ge o lebelela lebaka la document la report e be ile go dira report go dira report mo go National Department go ba swere go National Department ga mmogo le go fedijwa go terminate ga contract magareng a Department ya Health le Life Esidimeni le go dira ditshebeletso tša setšhaba mabapi le balwetši e be tše di kwa maemong a godimo.
Just before you do that, to present the report to the National Department leadership on termination of the contract relationship between Gauteng Department of Health and Life Esidimeni and upscaling of communities of community mental health services. Just rectify it at the beginning, I think.
Really, report here or presentation here, ebe ile go fana ka report over National Department ba swere ba ka godimo mabapi le termination over contract go terminate ga contract magareng ga Department of Health le Life Esidimeni
and upscaling
le go dira gore ditshebeletso di ye kwa godimo maemo a ditshebeletso a ye kwa godimo mabapi le di patients goba the mental health services.
Okay.
Ditshebeletso tše swa tše lefane ka tšona ebe tša maemo a maleba kwa godimo ebile seuwe se sepedišana le KK3 KK5 ga mmogo le KK6.
Go bjalo.
Correct.
Thank you. Then you'll see, Doctor, most of the information up to page 16 is consistent with those previous exhibits. And I'd like to turn your attention to page 17, which is a photograph.
Really, bontši ba dilo tše le bolela ka tšona mo page 16 di sepedišana le matlakala se go boletšwe ka ona bjale o nyaka o lebelele ko page 17 mo botsebotse e leng senepe ge o lebeletše mo page 17 o tlhagelela senepe mo tlhagelela photo. Yes, I can see that.
It's on the screen now, and do you recognize yourself in that photo?
Ekaba wa kgona go tepona mo snapeng sewe?
Ke a kipona.
Yes, I do.
And the heading at the top should read Johannesburg, which says, "Oh, Johannesburg District checking NGO readiness." But essentially, it's the Johannesburg District checking NGO readiness. Do you agree?
What's o sa tšo ngwadile Johannesburg mola go ne phošo nyana fela ke Johannesburg District ebe e checka NGO ore e ka ba e dikemišeditše go ba e maemong a go ka dira mošomo na wa e bona? Yes.
Right, and there, what you're showing in the presentation is that you are in the photo on behalf of Johannesburg District, which was checking or verifying the readiness of the NGOs. Do you agree with me?
O le legatong la Johannesburg District o ya ka go ba ga gago mo photong ye o checka hore ka ba NGO e maemong a maleba go ka tswela pele ka mošomo.
Aowa, ke be ke sa ema legatong ka gore ke na le ba emedi ba Johannesburg district ba babedi ke bale. Ke be ke
No.
tlile le bona
No,
jwale ka
Emma,
province.
no, I did not stand on behalf of the district. I had accompanied the representatives of the district. I only accompanied them there as
Ka ge le ba bona e le ba babedi o mongwe o šile kwa kgole.
wena o bone o tlile mo
Ke
as what?
supporta jwale ka province.
I came there to give support as the part of the province.
Madam, a picture tells a story of 1,000 words. Here you're giving a positive report showing that Johannesburg district verifies and checks the readiness of the NGOs. Do you agree?
Snepe se ska bolela dilo tše dintšhi fela mo wena o mowe o tla o bontšha gore ba district ba maemong NGO e maemong a mabotse a go ka tswela pele ka mošomo.
E bontšha senepe se bontšha gore ba district ba tlile ba checka gore na NGO ye e ka ba ready na report ya gona a se tšhwe ba gona mo mara mo re be re checka fela.
The district people, they were there to ascertain whether the NGO was ready. The report had not yet been issued. We were just there to check on their readiness.
The depiction doesn't say Johannesburg district with the project leader or deputy project leader. You aligned yourself in that regard with the Johannesburg district. Do you agree?
Azanka bolela ka project leader or district project leader wena o le mowe go tla go netefatša le ba district go lo ka moka di sepela go ba di sepela ka thelelo.
Ke be ke tlile le bona go bona gore na goa dilo di tla di šoma botse o ba di tla šoma botse na.
I accompanied them in order to make an observation whether all systems go or not.
Now, if you'll turn to the next page, it's going to come up on the screen. I'm going to show you what appears in your own presentation immediately after that photograph. Do you understand that?
Aowa, ga o bjalo.
No, it is not so.
This is we had page 17, this is page 18. How can you say it's not so, Doctor?
Really go page 17, we are go page 18.
Identification of hospitals. E bolela ka dipetlele mola kwa le be re bolela ka di NGO.
This one, the current page talks about the identification of hospitals. In the previous page, we were talking about the district and the NGOs.
I don't have an issue with this. Is what follows on the next page.
A tswelele pele go tlhalosa gore ke eng maybe a ke ba kwešiše gabotse.
Carry on, Councillor. Maybe I'll understand as we progress.
Thank you, Doctor. Will you read this page? And I'm going to ask you questions instead of translating everything, which takes so much time. Would you read it and tell us whether you understand your own presentation that you provided in English?
Really, ye ke presentation ya gago. E ngwadile ko wena o ikwešiša botse. O re a ka se nyake gore ba go tlhatholele yona ka sepedi. Go e bale ga o fetša mafelong o mmotse gore wa ikwešišana ka lebaka la ebile o i-presenta wena ka English. Tswela pele.
Ke badile ke a ikwešiša.
I have read it and I understand it.
And what it says here is that you engaged engineers and that the renovations were completed by the end of April 2016. Do you agree?
O ile wa ena wa shumishana le di engineers le hore di renovation di le tja feleletswa ka 2016.
Ke nnete.
Correct. Well, April 2016.
That's correct. April.
Yes, at the end of April, yes.
Thank you. It's a very positive statement when you read it in its entirety. Do you agree with me?
The bala statement se ka moka ga sona ke statement sa go ba le batla. Sa go thagalisha, se sa thagaja.
Se a thagaja ebile se bile jwale.
Yes, it is a positive statement and it is also correct.
Thank you. Now, if you'll turn the page and you'll see the photographs that relate to that statement. So we're now turning to page number 19. And you see the before pictures of the Cullinan Rehabilitation Center that we've heard about in your testimony. Do you confirm that, Doctor?
Well, ke di picture jewe. Ibile gape di bontsha Cullinan Rehabilitation Center. Pele le ka morago. O bjalo. Correct.
And you can see in this photograph that it looks like a big mess, but it seems that there are extensive renovations taking place. Do you agree?
Again, how level it you one more way o be go tlhaka mo we dilo di sa sepele botse fela ka morago mo we ba bontsha ra wa stebya le moshomo o dirilwe go bonagala ra wa tema e khathilwe.
Seswantšho se se no bontšha gore go be go le jwale pele ba leka go renovata sepetlele se or wodi.
This picture shows that the situation was the way it is depicted here before this place or this ward could be renovated.
If you'll turn the page, following page is numbered page 20, and it depicts the final result of what it looked like after the renovations. Do you agree?
Page latelago e bontsha page 20. E bontsha bjale mafelelong ga se bjale moshomo o feditšwe gore go be go le bjang.
Go be go le bjalo.
Yes.
And it's very impressive what they've accomplished there. Do you agree?
O ke moshomo o mo botse o le o dirilego go bjalo. Yes, this was an impressive job.
Thank you. If you'll turn the page, so that was Cullinan Rehabilitation Center. On the next page, page 21, we see Vescopi Psychiatric Hospital before. Do you confirm that?
More Vescopi Psychiatric ward pilling. Or pilling bjang. Yes.
And then we turn to the following page, page 22. You see Vescopi Psychiatric Hospital after completion, and as is written, you're ready for occupation. Do you see that?
Yes.
Yeah. And you will see yet again another very impressive transformation of rundown premises to be now utilized. Do you agree with me?
Wa dumela le wo ke moshomo mo botse ga wo lebeletše go le tlakaleng le le fetilego go be go sa lebelege fela mo wa bontšhwa re wa tema e kgathilwe.
Ka tebello ya matlho a ka ijwale
le ka mokgwa ba ngwadileng ka gona complete and ready for occupation. Yes, according to how I see things, this is a job well done.
And then for completion's sake, if you'll turn the page, the Sterkfontein, you didn't go before and after, it just says Ward 1A and B complete and ready for occupation. So then photograph of the exterior and the other three photographs don't appear. Do you agree with me?
We are more one Charles Sterkfontein Ward 1A le B. Le di photo tše dintše di latela go di tla bontšha peleng le ka morago ga setjebele go kgathile tema. Yes.
If you turn to page 24, you'll see the unused buildings, e.g. Kalafong and other hospitals. And if you read it, you'll see that it was found that these premises weren't capable of renovation, taking the budget restrictions and time restrictions into account. Do you agree with me?
O lebelela letlakala le latelago le bontšha le bolela ka di building tše di be di sa šomišwe kwa Kalafong le dipetlele tše ding mo e le gore ga wa kgonega gore bjale go dire di-renovation ka lebaka la mathata a ba le gona e le mathata a mašeleng.
Ke a e bona.
Yes, I can see that.
Now, the next page, page 25, is headed Family Involvement and Public Awareness. It's consistent with the other KK documents. And then if you turn to page 26, there's a photograph of a family meeting. Is that correct?
Ela letlakala le fitilego le bontšha go tsenelela ga ba meloko ebile o sepedišana gape le matlakala a labang a di-KK, di-exhibit tšela tše ding tša di-KK. Ge o lebelela photo e bontšhitšweng mo ke meeting wa meloko goba wa family.
Go jwale.
Correct.
And what your intention was when you incorporated these photographs was to show that people appeared to be satisfied and the family meetings were a success. Do you agree with me?
Ge o tsentšha di-photo o bo leka go bontšha di-family di be di kgotsofetse le gore mošomo o dirilweng e be le mošomo o dirilweng wa ba wa felela wa fitlha mafelelong dilo di sepetse botse go bjalo.
Nka se re go jwale kudu ka baka la gore
I wouldn't say so entirely because
photo e bontšha batho ba be ba tlile meeting a e bolele gore re boletše ka eng le gore ge re fetša di-family di ile tša ikwa jwang.
Okay. I wouldn't say so entirely so because this photo only shows people that had attended a meeting. It doesn't tell a tale as to what did we talk about. And it further doesn't express as to what were the feelings of the family people after the meeting.
Ebe ino bontšha gore meeting o bile gona tše di dirilweng mo di ka hwetša ko di-minuteseng tša meeting.
It simply shows, this picture simply shows that the family people were there in respect of what was discussed in that meeting. That can be found in the minutes.
Doctor, you didn't include the minutes in your presentation, do you agree?
Awa tsentšha di-minutes mo presentation ya gago go bjalo.
Mo a di gona mo e no ba a picture e depictang gore ke nnete meeting re bile le gona.
Yes. These minutes are not attached here. Here it is only a picture depicting that a meeting did take place.
Yes. And I want to show you, Doctor, the context in which it appears. Look at the page before. I'll take you back. And if you see the family involvement and public awareness, and we've read all of this from KK3, KK5, and KK6, you were trying to convince everybody that the family were involved, and that photograph was put there to depict the involvement of the family. There's no reference to minutes, you're right.
Gona mo bolelang ka di-minutes o nyaka go bontšha fela re family le a tšea karolo gape ge o lebelela KK3, 5 le 6 ga wa tsentšha di-minutes mo go bjalo.
Ge o ka lebelela mo family involvement and public awareness.
If one can look at where it's being spoken about family involvement and public?
E re botsa gore re bile le di-committee mo mafapeng dipetleleng tse tharo tsa Life Esidimeni.
It tells us that we had committees in the 3 hospitals of Life Esidimeni.
Ene ka moka re a tseba gore committee ge di kopane di ba le di-minutes tša ngwalwa tša ba le dilo tše di bolelang ka tšona.
We all know that when the committees meet, whatever that they discussed is being minuted.
Ye ke no ba ke loketše ke bolela mo gore clarity ke bullet number 1, 2, 3 gore mo go nyakea clarity le di-intervention di nyakea di be di re ge di concern.
Emaganya, if you look at bullet 3, what I have put in there, it was clarity on the concerns that, as it speaks, that were provided in the interventions.
So se se ra gore ge re ka ya ko di-minuteng dilo tše ka moka di ben di dira gore di-committee family di be
Now, if we can go to the minutes, all the things that made the families to be
gore di be le di-concern goba di ska kgotsofala di tla ba gona ko di-minuteng.
All that made these families to have concerns and also not to be satisfied, all those aspects would be contained in the minutes.
Yes, Doctor, I agree with you, but look at the message that you portray here. It's positive. You say clarity on concerns was provided and intervention were done when needed. You don't refer to any minutes or problems. You imply here that whatever problems or interventions were required were resolved. Read it yourself, Doctor, you'll see.
Just a second. Before Dr.
Yes, I've noted you. Let the interpreter finish the interpretation, Mr. Sibar.
Dile tsa lokishwa. Ga o bolele selo ka di minutes wena. Ibile wena
okay, finish the interpretation.
Go ya ka mokgo o e bolelang o e beang ka gona o e be re awa di lo tše di be le gona mathata ba le gona le intervention tša gona tše leng la di dira di sepetše botse ga o bolele selo ka taba tša di minutes.
Yes, just the witness need not respond. Mr. Sibara?
Melody, if I can just get clarity from my senior's question, is my senior suggesting that the minutes should have been included in this paragraph, in this portion?
If that's an objection, I don't understand. But in any event, I'm not saying...
Just a clarity, just for clarity.
I never interrupted you. The witness...
My apologies, my senior.
The witness is referring to minutes that don't appear there. I agree with you that they shouldn't be there, and I'm not suggesting they should. She's now trying to read them in, and I'm saying they didn't appear there. This is a very positive statement that shows everybody who sees this that all fears have been allayed. That's the point, the very point that I'm making, my lady.
Okay. Mr. Sibar, do you still want to say something? Are you covered?
I'm not covered. I'm a bit confused with the manner of the questioning because the witness is saying the minutes and the outcome of what is captured here, they are available as a result of each and every meeting. So I don't understand. My senior has pushed a bit longer in this question and the witness has repeated to respond twice.
Can the witness step aside, please? I think it was, I forgot.
Just to assist the court, when the witness has to come back, I'll have to call somebody in sentence to go and tell it to go back to the chair.
Okay, that's fine.
We are sitting in remote areas.
Okay. The other thing, please, if you have got objections or whatever you want to raise, let the interpreter finish to interpret the question to the witness.
Please, the court,
yes, as long as you can. If I didn't notice you, you must just stop me to say, please, I've raised my hand.
Please, the court,
are you not considering me? Okay, thank you very much. Mr. Odes?
Thank you, my lady. My lady, the very point that Mr. Sibara is now objecting to arising is the point that I'm making in the cross-examination. At the time that this was presented, there's no reference, as your ladyship can see, to minutes. Now the witness wants to read the minutes in. The minutes are negative. They weren't disclosed at the time. That's the very point. This is a very positive statement. It shows that at the time they were misled into believing that everything had been resolved. There's no reference to a footnote or to minutes to say, oh, but there were concerns and these weren't resolved. This statement speaks for itself, and she's referred to it of her own accord. Clarity on concerns was provided and intervention were done where needed. It's not very good grammar, but all it does is it allays any suspicion of any problems in anybody who hears that. It says issues were raised and they were resolved. There's no reference to minutes that still reflect whether problems or no problems. This is the presentation. There's nothing further that was added to it. And that's the very point that I'm making, my lady.
There you are, Mr. Sibara.
If I captured my learned colleague response, my senior will correct me if I'm wrong. A clarity on consents was provided. So does my learned colleague suggest that this column should have included the consents which were raised and the clarity which were made to those consents? Because even the clarities are not included in this paragraph, so too are the consents.
Mr. Hodges?
That's when the witness is saying, my lady, in each and every meeting, we had minutes, everything was minuted down. I would learn to believe that if perhaps maybe my little colleague can just clarify me whether the consents should be as well documented or in brackets in front of that bullet, minutes referred to. I don't know.
Okay.
I can clarify it with ease. This presentation makes it clear that all concerns were resolved. All interventions were done when needed. So everything was resolved. There was no longer any problems. And nothing were referred to. And that's the message that was conveyed in the presentation, as opposed to now trying to read in minutes that were presented. And that's my very point. Mr. Sibara's hit the nail on the head. That's the very point I'm making. He seems to have understood it very clearly and didn't require any clarity, because from his objection, he's grasped exactly what the point that I'm making, my lady.
Okay. Mr. Sibara, do you want to say something again? I hope that is cleared now.
Covered. I'll just call the gentleman to bring the witness back.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my lady.
Please mute yourself. Thank you. The witness is back. Thank you very much. You may proceed.
Thank you. Doctor, the point that I was making, and as clarified by Mr. Sibara, is that this statement creates the impression that everything has been resolved and where interventions were required, they've been done.
With me. O dumelana le ena o ya ka mo statement se o se beileng ka gona se bontsha e ka re dilo ka moka mathata ba le gona a lokishitswe ebile le di intervention go tsenelela ga lena o thushitse mo mathateng a bang a be a le gona ka mantswe a mang di intervention e ka ba o dumelana le ena na?
A ke dumelane le ena fully ka gore
I do not fully agree. I do not fully agree with you, Counsel, because ahead there were challenges.
ke dumela hore di gona mo presentationeng e.
I want to believe also that those challenges are captured in this presentation.
Doctor, please, can you tell this inquest in what way and where you found that those continuing concerns were captured in this document? Because I put to you that it's exactly the opposite. You created the impression to all that were present in your presentation that everything had been resolved, as is evident from this statement.
Unyaka go botša re wa wena go ya ka mokgwa o ngwadileng ka gona mo o ngwala gore motho ga ya e bala ntwe a bone ka re le mathata a ba le gona le mapheko a ba le gona a lokišitšwe.
Ke ka mokgwa councillor e bonang nna a ke bone jwale nna be ke fa report a se gore be ke re mathata ka moka a fedile ena e bone jwale ke ka mokgwa e bonang.
If council, my lady, sees it that way, and that is the way he sees it. I was just giving a report on what had transpired. I am not seeking to portray that there were no problems.
Okay. Can we move?
Thank you. I just one aspect that I need to clarify, my lady, for later argument.
Okay.
It's not the way that I see it, Doctor. I put it to you that's how the MEC saw it. That was her perception of what you presented. You understand? It's not my perception that counts. It's what the MEC at the time, what the MEC's perception was at the time. Do you understand that?
A se ka mokgwa yena e leng councillor a e bonang ka gona ke ka mokgwa MEC a ba e bona ka gona yena ka nako ewe MEC wa Maloba o ra bua dilo ka moka di be di sepela ka thelelo e bile mathata a ba le gona le mapheko a ba le gona lokišitšwe.
Ge bena a e bona ka mokgwa ke ka mokgwa be a e bona mara ke dumela gore di packeting o be a di tseba le di challenge tše di ka bang gona mo mafelo a report tše ye wa di tseba le mathata.
Just hold it there.
If that is the way she perceived this report, I then cannot say anything against that. But however, I would like to say that I believe that she knew about all the problems that were being encountered as well as the challenges that we faced.
Doctor, how could she have known of those challenges and problems when you present such a perfect picture in your presentation? Solvable.
Ka mathata a ba le gona le di-challenge tše di beng di le gona ka wena ge o go ya ka presentation ya gago o e bea e ka re dilo ka moka di sepela ka thelelo le mathata a ba le gona a lokišitšwe.
MEC o be a leader o cherile meeting wa di family ba mmotša mathata a gagwe.
The MEC was the leader. She was chairing the family meetings.
The MEC.
Yes, and in those meetings, the families expressed their concerns and problems to her. That is the MEC.
And le ko di meeting tše re beng re di tshwara MEC a di leader. A le chairperson.
And also in the meetings that we held that were led by the MEC, she was the chairperson in those meetings.
Ge o be di mathata be a bolelwa gona ka mo meeting.
The problems were raised in those meetings.
Ge re boya di meeting tša family mo a sa kang a ba gona.
From the meetings that would have been held with the families where the MEC would not have been present,
O be a fiwa report.
she would be given a report.
Le mohlare le ko Waverley.
Even on the day on which we were at Waverley,
ge ba family ba mo kgopela gore a se ke a terminate kontraka.
When the family had pleaded with her not to terminate the contract,
O ba boditše gore yena ha a tswalele Life Esidimeni, o tšea fela balwetši.
she told them that she is not closing down Life Esidimeni.
Ge di family
All what she was doing, it was to remove the patients.
ge di family di sa nyaka
Just hold it there, doctor.
a ba botša gore ge e le gore di family di sa nyaka balwetši ba bona ba šala mo Life Esidimeni, ye bona ba ka boledišana le Life Esidimeni.
She further said that if the family members would like their loved ones to remain at Life Esidimeni, they by themselves can have talks with Life Esidimeni.
Aba kaida gore ke tla re aba advisor ka model wa Brazil.
She further guided or advised them according to the model of Brazil.
Ge iba yena the former MEC o be a bona report e o re dilo di ka moka di be di le perfect.
If according to her and according to this report, she saw things to be in order or perfect,
O ka be a ile a botšiša ka gore na morao wa meeting wa Waverley le dirile eng.
she should have asked that what is that we have done after the meeting at Waverley.
Ge e le gore o emisitše ko di meeting tša project tše a beng a di chaira.
If there would have been anything that she missed at the project meetings, the very project meetings which she was chairing.
Doctor, my instructions are that the MEC attended one family meeting at Waverley in January of 2016. Do you confirm that?
Ore council MEC mmoditse yana wa attendile meeting o tee fela. Really meeting o tee wa family wa Waverley ka January 2016. That's correct.
And if you take the time that from January 2016 to August 2016, when you told her that everything has now been addressed and interventions were done, it created the impression to her that everything was resolved. There was nothing to indicate the contrary. Do you have any comments?
Re yale o lebelela nako go tloga ka January go fitla ka August 2016. Re ka mogobo mmotsa ka gona o mo reportela ka gona. Mo go yena o itšere gore dilo ka moka mathata ba le gona a lokišitšwe le di-intervention tse be le swantše le di dire le di dirile. O bo go sena ntho engwe gape e ka mo dira gore a nagane ka tsela e nngwe e leng gore e tswile tseleng.
Di media report le di picketing bo be a sa di bone.
Now, does council want to tell me that she was deaf or she did not see the media reports as well as the picketings that were taking place?
No, but what I do want to tell you, Doctor, is that at that meeting you confirm that she suggested the establishment of family committees. Do you confirm that?
Again, we're now let you go meeting with again. I learn at like lady meeting over lady family committees. No, I do not dispute that.
And I want to go one step further and tell you, not only did she do that, she gave all the family members that were present her own personal cellular phone number. So if they had any issues, they could contact her. Do you confirm that, Doctor?
Family committee. wa di-family o ba file dinomoro tša lena tša metato ya letheka di-cell phone ore go na le mathata ba boledišane le lena ba le founele.
Ye ke gane o e dirile.
I also do not dispute that. She did it, yes.
So having given her number and not received any complaints and having been placated by you telling her that everything's been resolved, please can you tell me why she should have known that there were problems contrary to what you in your official capacity were telling her in a presentation, Doctor?
Jale wena mo presentation ya gago o bolela re o ya ka mokgwa o bolelang ka gona dilo di be di sepela botse ka mokgwa e ba le gago ka gona a fetša gape le go fana le ka dinomoro tša gagwe ge go na le mathata namile le founelwe ka moka le botšwe ka mathata nkane bjale wena o nagana gore ba swantša nagane ka tsela engwe ya go fapana leo.
Ge ba ke lebelela presentation e botse a ona mo e reng everything ye ile ya clarifywa ile ya di-family tša ya moela jare is good. A ona mo e bolela e no re file clarity.
Manyana, if I read this presentation, there is nowhere where it says that everything that was clarified or clarified.
Ye ile ya clarifywa di-family di buile jare it was good re a ithabela a se a e go mo family sliding se.
Whatever that was clarified, there is nowhere where it says that the family said it was all well and good and they are happy about it. It's not captured anywhere in this report. Should happen?
Ira gore ge re file clarity nke be ke re a se re fi clarity mo di concerning re file clarity di family.
If there were no clarities that we could have or we would have given to the family, I would have said so. But it is not so. We did give clarities to the families.
And ge re fa clarity ge ile re clarity ya ba khatla ba e ba khatle a se ntwe nna ke ileng ka engwala mo mara kwa una le di challenges ko mafelelong a presentation e.
And whether that clarity the family members were happy or not happy about it is not something that I have captured here, but in the end it was captured.
It's not what she's saying. If she can, you can just say.
Ge e re clarity le di concern di ile tša try gore di a so bile ke tla ba ka sa itshwara botse mo statement se ge se bolela di family ge di be di nyaka clarity re ba fa clarity.
When the families needed clarity, we gave them that clarity, but
o clarifyile dilo a se rura gore na pele ka re ke di clarifyile di family di ngwadile tša re ya is good ha one mo presentation e reng rile o clarify family tša rawa is good we are happy.
Whether the clarities were given, there is nowhere where it's written here in this presentation that the family said that clarity was good, all was well.
Presentation ye yona be no bontšha gore a se re tloele di family morago ka gare ya mmereko ke ra slide se.
This slide simply shows that we were walking all the way with the families. We did not leave them behind. We took them with us.
Doctor, it doesn't say anything like that, but what I want to put to you is you're taking it out of context. This is a report after the project had been completed. So you are now reporting back on the success of the project and convincing everybody what a wonderful success it had been under your leadership. There's nothing that had to follow after this with complaints. This was after the project had been completed. Do you agree with me?
Yes, just okay. Let the interpreter interpret. Just Mr. Siban.
My lady, it's on record from this. It's on record from the witness. If she can just shift.
Can you just step aside, Doctor?
My lady, the witness is telling this court that other than what is here, this presentation incorporated concerns and challenges.
You are
They are
breaking.
included in this report.
Okay, we
If I
can
may
hear
start
that.
again,
Yes, please.
the evidence of the witness, my lady, is that concerns and challenges are included in this presentation at the end of the presentation.
You are having
And,
problems, I think.
Is it? Can you hear me, my lady?
We can't hear you, Mr. Sidara. Yes, you are breaking.
Yeah. Let me just do it again, my lady. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can now.
Yeah. The witness is saying challenges and concerns are incorporated in this report at the end of the report. She has covered this aspect. And my senior has gone back and forth trying to elicit the impression gained by the MEC, which the witness has answered fully, my lady. I think what is left, it can be for argument, my lady.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Wodes?
My lady, each time that I ask the witness a very simple question, she gives the whole sentence justifying her conduct and introducing other issues. I cannot just leave them without dealing with them. The question had nothing to do with what she's referring to about at the end. Mr. Sibara has also, with respect, distorted that, because if you look at the end of the report, she does list the concerns which we've dealt with in K3, K5, and K6, but they don't address this issue. So it's a distortion of the facts with respect. It doesn't address this issue here. It states in simple English, clarity, or it's quite complicated because of the grammar, but the impression created is that clarity on concerns was provided and intervention was done where needed. So it creates the impression that everything was resolved. There's nothing in the challenges at page 44 of this report that deals with this issue or qualifies it. So it's incorrect with respect. And the witness was the one who introduced issues outside of the report. I didn't, and I had a duty to then put my client's version to her in that regard.
Then there's something wrong from my side. I don't know whether there is an echo or what is happening. There is a funny sound that is coming as you keep on addressing the court. It's now quiet because you are quiet, but once you start talking, I think it carries on.
My lady, the only possible cause of that could be that we're sharing the screen from the other computer.
It's much better now. Proceed.
The point that I was making, my lady, is that the witness keeps on introducing other issues that aren't dealt with in the question, and then I have an obligation to respond to and put my client's version to. I cannot leave it on the record unanswered. That's a simple answer. Then I said that Mr. Sibara says that this is resolved in the report where there are issues. The issues or challenges, as he refers to it, are mentioned on page 44. They don't speak to this point. They don't qualify this point. This point has finality. It says there was clarity on concerns that was provided and intervention was done where needed. So it was all resolved. There's the clearest impression that's created by this document. There's nothing in the document to qualify that issue of clarity, of concerns and intervention that was necessary on account of family involvement and public awareness. It doesn't address the issue with respect, my name.
Mr. Sibara?
If I can go back again, if the point which we've been debating is bullet number 3 from the top, which says clarity on concerns was provided, interventions were done where needed. And my senior is hammering on the point that this creates an impression that everything was resolved. And that is the impression which, according to his version, the MEC gotten. Yes. However, the witness elaborated further that this was clarity, not that everything was resolved. Family were given clarity for the concerns they raised, not that their concerns were resolved.
Correct,
so
yes.
This statement does not mean that everything was resolved. The interpretation of my senior can suit well for his own argument. And since the whole morning, he insisted that everyone who was there gained an impression that everything was resolved. And the statement is clear in simple English, which myself as a vendor man, I understand it says clarity on concerns were provided. No solutions were provided.
Okay.
And the witness repeated and repeated. She even gave the example of the problems the families they raised at Waverley in the presence of the MEC, which remains unresolved.
Okay, thank you very much. I think the question has been sufficiently answered. Perhaps you should move, Mr. Odes.
Thank you, my lady. I shall do so.
Okay. I think it's 14 minutes past 11. I don't know whether we should now take the tea break.
As your lady wishes.
Where is the witness so that she can be properly warned, Mr. Sibera?
Let me call the gentleman to assist us, my lady.
Okay. Is the interpreter there?
I'm here, my
Okay.
lady.
Yes, this is the opportune time for us to take the tea adjournment. We will then resume at 11:30. The witnesses want.
Re tla boa ka 11:30. Wa sebetsa hore o ska bolela le motho ka bohlatsi bo bja gagwe re a kwana.
Re a kwana.
Witness one, my lady.
Thank you.
May it please the court, my lady.
witness? I don't see the. Okay, are you there? I can't see you. Mr. Interpreter?
I'm here, my lady.
I'm here, my lady.
Okay, that's fine. Let's proceed. You are reminded once more that you are still under oath.
Sale ka fatshe ga kano akere.
Go bjalo.
Witness reminded, my lady.
Okay, proceed, Mr. Odes.
Thank you, my lady. Doctor, I'm going to take you to page 32 of your report, of your presentation.
I go page 32.
So on page 32, the heading, it reads NGO readiness in Tshwane, Chepong. From that?
Wa bona ke
Yeah,
e bolela ka readiness ya NGO kwa Tshwane ko Tshepong. Yes.
You see a photograph there of people receiving parcels of blankets, is that correct?
Wa bona photo e ya batho ba mogala dikobo go ba mapai. Yes. Yes.
All very positive with no sign of any shortages, do you agree?
Come again?
All very positive with no sign of shortages, do you agree?
Ibile ba kgotsofetse ka moka go ne ba ka re ba ne pelaelo.
Ba bonala ba le jwale.
They appear to be satisfied, my lady.
If you'll turn the page to 33, there's a heading there, family member assessing NGOs during marathon. There's no photo or anything underneath it, do you agree?
A gona selo mo go heading ye ya family member e beng ya sesa di NGO ka nako ya marathon.
Aigo.
Nothing, yes.
What did you intend by that heading?
Yale ngane le tsentse heading ye wo mo we ke mseditseng.
Ora gore e be le akere e re family member intshitse e be le picture ya one of the family member. I don't know gore o direileng ka yona mo, but e bontsha gore e be le picture mo my hard copy e gona picture ya one family member.
Okay. The heading says family member. There, what was supposed to be uploaded there was a picture. I do not know what happened that picture could not appear there, but on the hard copy, there is a picture depicting one family member.
The point is that it will be conveying a positive message, do you agree?
Sa botlhokwa go lena lebele nyaka go fana ka molaetša o maleba wa go thakgatša. O bjale.
Molaetša wa gore di family di be di le involved.
Now, the message that says the families were involved.
Thank you, Doctor. If you turn to the next page, it's page 34. It says family and NGO marathon readiness. There's pictures of beds that appear to be neatly made. Is that correct?
Well, we are going to picture o lelang ka gona mo. Lo ke e bontsha mepeto. Lo di ke readiness ya di NGO kana mo marathoneng. Mepeto ba idile botse mo. O bjale.
Mara statement se re family in ora re swantse o be le family mo. Motho wa loadileng this report, I don't know gore o montšhitše gore o direyang ka re e re family.
There was supposed to be a family there. I do not know what happened with the person that loaded that picture. That picture was not supposed. The picture that is depicted here was not supposed to be here. If you contrast the picture with the heading, it is not speaking the same language.
Okay, so that's why I wanted to ask you that. What was the purpose of this photo, Doctor?
Photo e bele.
Awa e nka se kgone go bolela ka yona ka re ha e bontšhe se ke se tsebang, mara ye ke itshwere mo documenting ya ka ke nka bolelelang ka yona.
No, I'm unable to say anything about this picture, but the one that is contained in the hard copy that is in my possession, it is the one that I can be able to enlarge upon.
You then turn to page 36. This has a title, Project Implementation. I'm going to take you through it. It says implementation of the project took place from April to June 2016. Do you agree?
Go bjalo gore go implement a project ye ile ya direga go tloga ka April go ya go fitla ka June 2016.
Gabotsebotse e direile a ke tsebe gore mo be ke nyaka gore project mara placement e thomile ka May to June. I think ke typo mistake ya April.
I wanted to write placement there. I think it's a typing error. The placement took place from April to June.
Mm-mm.
Huh?
Can you explain it properly, Doctor?
From May.
Yeah.
From May.
From May to June.
Sorry, my lady. From
Phoso
May.
e mo April mo.
Phoso e mo kae?
April.
Oh. The placement took place from May to June. There is an error in respect of the month April.
You see, the next bullet point specifically refers to placement. It says the placement and or discharge plan was agreed upon between the LE management and the mental health team. Did you confirm that?
Really, wa dumela our bullet ya bobedi bjale yona e bolela ka placement le di discharge. Plan ya gona e be go dumelelwane gore magareng ga Life Esidimeni Management le Mental Health Team.
Go bjalo.
That's correct.
Next bullet point says all mental health care users were assessed before placement. Do you confirm that?
Gore balwetse ka moka ba ile ba assessiwa pele ba ka placeiwa.
Go bjalo.
Correct.
You still of the view that they were all assessed before placement in light of the evidence that we've heard in this inquest?
Go sa bolela go sa eme gona mo boemo polelo gore ba ile ka moka ga bona ba assesswa na ge o lebelela bohlatse bjo go fanweng ka bona mo molatong o.
Ke ema mo yona ka ge bongaka ba kileng ka ba kgopela go assessa ba file report ye bjalo.
I stand by that bullet, saying that all the doctors that I asked to do the assessment, they gave a report about those placements.
Good. Next bullet point, LE was responsible to inform the family before the patients are moved. Did you confirm that?
Life Esidimeni e be swa tloswa.
Go jwale.
That is correct.
The next bullet point, hospitals and NGOs were responsible for informing the families on receiving the MHCUs. Do you confirm that?
Wa dumela gape le bullet latela go bjalo.
Go bjalo.
Yes, that's correct.
Next bullet point, EMS assisted in transportation of MHCUs where hospitals and NGOs cannot. Did you confirm that, Doctor?
Yes, confirmed.
Okay. Next bullet point, Mental Health Directorate has 6 deputy directors, therefore 3 teams were developed, were allocated to function as follows. And then I'm going to carry on, Mr. Interpreter, and you can read it to her because she seems...
Oh, bullet latela go ka mokgwa ngwa le ka gona o dumelana le yona?
Ke dumelana le yona.
I agree.
Team 1, manage NGO and hospital readiness.
Team 1 we manage the NGO le di petlele tša gona di be di ikemišeditše na di be di le ready.
Go bjalo.
Correct.
Team 2, managed placement and discharge at Waverley.
Ya bobedi ka ba go bjalo swantše ba manage di placement ga mmogo le go dischargiwa ga balwetse kua Waverley.
Go bjalo.
Yes.
Team 3, managed placement and discharges at Brainfontein Complex.
Team ya boraro yona be swantse manage the placement discharge kwa Randfontein complex.
Go bile bjalo.
Yes, that's how it became.
So you confirm that that's how it was explained in your presentation by you as to the division of work between the teams. Is that correct, Doctor?
Ke ka mokgwa o tlhaloseditseng ke ka mokgwa wena o e tlhalositseng ka gona go ya ka mokgwa o ngwadileng ka gona le mo go di-team tše di beng tša go fapa-fapana tše di be di le gona.
Go bjalo.
Yes.
Then says districts and hospital are to manage as escorts for receiving of patients. Do you confirm that, Doctor?
O dumelana le seo?
Go bile bjalo.
Yes, I confirm.
And it says alley staff also assisted in escorting some MHCUs to NGOs. Do you confirm that, Doctor?
Go bjalo.
Go bile bjalo.
Life Esidimeni staff se be sa thusha go escorta balwetši go di NGO. Yes, correct?
It says most patients whose families were willing to take home were discharged. Do you confirm that?
Go bjalo, the patients, correct.
Then you'll see at the foot of the page, hospitals and NGOs received the patients in style and had welcome lunches and suppers.
Go bjalo, di petlele le di NGO tse di ile tša amogela balwetši ka tsela ya maemo a kwa godimo ebile gape ba fiwa le dijo tša mosegare tša bošego.
E reportile jwale.
Yes, that is how I reported it.
If one looks at this page under the project implementation, do you agree? The impression created is that it was very, very successful.
Ge motho o lebelela ka mokgwa project e la implementwa ka gona awa go molaleng gore
if one looks at this page.
Thank you, my lady.
I don't know where you missed it, but does it make okay?
Motho o lebelela letlakala le go ya ka heading ya gona e ngwadileng project implementation o implementa ga project go a bonagala dilo ka moka di sepetše ka thelelo.
Correct, yes.
Wa bonagala ka mokgwa ileng ra ntšha balwetši ka ona o sepetše ka thelelo ke nnete.
Yes, it shows that the manner in which we discharge the patients, that process was smooth.
Not just smooth, Doctor. It was humane, classy, and they received welcome lunches and suppers at the.
Ebele burutho, ebile ine botho, ebile batho ba ile ba fiwa tša uja.
Ke report e ke humaneng ba nthomela le difoto tša gona.
Yes, that's the report I received, and they also forwarded me the pictures thereof. I agree.
Thank you. You'll turn the page to page 37. There's heading Vest Copies welcomes MHCUs. There's a very neatly typed welcome to Ward 8 from food service and the fizzle sweet that's given on the picture. Do you agree with me?
Go bjalo ya ka mokgwa o ngwadileng ka gona mo go amogelwa ga balwetši kua Vescopis le ka mokgwa ba e beileng ka gona le photo le le ka re leo le ba le beileng mo.
Ba re e bjale ba nthometse yona report e bjale kae.
Yes, this is the report that they forwarded to me.
And that you in turn presented to the participants when you made your presentation. Do you agree?
Le gore o bo swantse o ikemišitše go ya le wena maikemišetšo a gago e be le go e fana ka yona ka mokgwa ba go romeletšeng ka yona ka nako bo dia presentation ya gago.
Maikemišetšo e be o ile go fana ka yona ka gore project ye e be se yaka le report ye e be sa emele nna ke le tee.
E be sa wena o ete
project e be se yaka report ye e be sa emele nna ke le tee.
Yes, that was my intention because this project was not mine. And also, this report was not all about me.
Ke kgopetše di-project team gore ba fe input pele ke e presentela batho ba ko national. Ke di-input tše ba mphileng le nna ka bona di lokile.
I asked the teams to give me inputs before I could present it to the people of national, and those inputs that they gave me, I saw them in a positive light.
Doctor, it's your turn. The page to page 38, we continue. It's even more impressive. There are 3 pictures put together. You'll see there are some neat chairs in a row, something like a type of assessment. If you could explain the one on the left first. What was the purpose of that photo, Doctor, of the chairs?
This is now page 38.
Yes, my lady.
Okay, continue.
O ka tlhalosetsa ge wa bona photo e leng mo page 38. Gone ditulo mola ke tsebe mo go ne tafole nngwe ya botse o ka thoma ka go tlhalosa mabapi le ditulo tše di bonang mo.
Ke nngwe ya ke rometšeng ke sepetlele sa Vescopis le a bona e ngwadile Vescopis welcomes mental health.
This is what was sent to me by the Vescopis hospital. Even one can see the heading on top. It reads, Vescopis welcomes MHCUs.
And what was the purpose of, beg your pardon, I think the witness is still busy.
Awa be ke no re ke ka mokgo ge ba mthomela report ya bona morao wa ge ba moetse balwetse ye nngwe ya gore dilo tše ba di dirileng ebile tše di soka tšatši leo.
Now this is one of the this is part of what they sent me when they sent me a report after receiving the patients as to what had transpired.
You received the report and you utilized the information from that report to do your presentation.
O amogetse report wa e šomiša report e we gore o kgone go fana ka presentation ya gago.
My question remains, what was the purpose of the photograph of the chairs?
Lebaka e be leng kudu mabapi le photo e ya ditulo tšeo tše ba di bontšhago mo.
Ge ba e romela ba gopola gore e tsene mo reporting.
When they sent it, when they sent it with the intention that it must be incorporated into the report, their intention was
e bontšhe gore Vescopis is committed.
The intention was to show that Vescopis is committed
to treat mental health care users.
Yes.
English,
Oh, gore iba tshware ba amoelege ka mokgwa wa go ratiwa nka no itswalela jwale.
They should feel accepted with love.
The chairs, I'm going to ask you again, is that to show that there was an assessment? That's not a sign of love, with respect.
Is that not a sign of?
It is not a sign of love to show a number of chairs in a row.
Ditulo tšela tšeo di bontšhitšeng seo a se sepedišane le letshwao la lerato.
Ka council ha tsebe gore ditilo tšela di dudetše mola le nna ke ba botšišitše. Ba mpotša gore ditilo e tla be le mola o dutše staffo se se no amoela balwetši ba tlo ba beela tša bona mola.
Council does not know why those chairs are being placed there. I asked them, they said that those chairs were placed there for the staff, that the staff was supposed to sit there after they shall have received the patients. And the patients, they were also going to be provided with their own chairs.
The middle picture's got cookies and serviettes, like some type of a welcome celebration. Do you agree with me, Doctor?
Mo magareng a ke wa bona makukisi a uwe le ka mokgo ba kgabisitseng ka gona mo e be le go bontsha go amogela batho ka tsela ya borutho.
Ke a bona.
Mr. Sibara?
Please, my lady, just sorry to interpose, my senior. I just want to get clarity on the relevance of this question with regard to the determination which is before court. There's cookies, there's chairs, serviette.
Mr. Odes?
Lady, the relevance is this is what was conveyed to my client as per her plea explanation, right, or her opening address at the beginning of this inquest that Mr. Sibara was well aware of, that she was misled by his client into believing that everything had run smoothly. It's there on record, my lady, and it's depicted in these pictures as well. That's the relevance, my lady.
Mr. Sibara, you may, okay, the witness can just please step aside.
Yes.
Jola ka thoko Mark.
Thank you, my lady. Is it part of the MEC's case that she was misled that there were cookies at Vescopis? They were serviette on the chair, on the table, my apology, my lady. Because, I mean, my senior would present this page to the witness, move to the second page, no version is put across, maybe challenging what is depicted in the picture. Is that what the MEC is saying? This was misrepresentation. There was no cookies. There was no chairs. There was no serviette. This is why I was misled.
Mr. Odes?
Lady, I don't want to teach Mr. Sibara about advocacy. If there's something positive that supports my client's case, I don't have to challenge it. I highlight it to the court because this is the message that was conveyed to her. There's no need to challenge it. She's agreeing with me. She's confirmed already that this was welcoming them with love. And it's a story that was depicted to the MEC at the time, which is directly relevant to her defense in these proceedings.
Okay. Can we are almost towards the end of this document, and the way I understand him, Mr. Sibara, as he has explained, let him just finish and then finish the document.
Just a second, my lady.
In the middle of the all what he's trying to say is that he's putting the version of his witness to the court to say that she was misled, that everything ran smooth. Am I correct, Mr.?
Absolutely, my lady.
Yes, let me hear you. That's fine.
As it is the court, my lady. That is the crux of the MEC's case. My lady, if this court is willing to go through this exercise, I'm happy with that. But with due respect to my senior, when he responded to my objection, he mentioned that he does not want to teach me advocacy. I graduated in 2001. I was a prosecutor for 15 years. I was not asking to be taught advocacy. I was just because I'm representing Dr. Manamela. This court, my lady, cautioned that we should use language with respect to other colleagues. And that language which my senior used, it was designed to embarrass me. And I take exception to that. And if we then return the very same favor to him, I wonder he's going to accept it.
Can we refrain from uttering this kind of utterances against each other, please?
Thank you, Madam.
Yes. Can the witness come back so that we can lay this matter to rest? I think you have, I don't know how far you're going to go with the document. I think you have made your point, unless if you've got other things to say.
I've got 3 or 4 points to make on it, and then I'm ready to move on.
Please.
To complete it, and I'll be as quick as possible.
Dr. Manamela, where is she? Thank you.
I'll move on, my lady. The doctor, The picture on the right-hand side, put to you, shows a perfect meal that's set up with welcome stickers, creating the impression that everything ran very smoothly in the admission of patients at Vescopies. Do you agree?
O nya ka go botsa re ga o lebella di picture tse ya di cookies e magareng ge o lebella gape le ya ka mo seatleng sa go ja e bontšha botse re wa balwetse ba amogetse botse kwa Vescopies dilo di be di sepela botse thui o bja
Ee, o bjale ba amoetse botse le nna ke bona ke bone
they were well received. Even myself, I saw it accordingly.
Thank you, Doctor. If you'll turn the page to 39, it'll come up on the screen. Here we see you in action under the heading Esidimeni District Team welcomes MHCUs in Anani NGO. Do you confirm that, Doctor?
Go bjalo re e latelang picture e bontšha le wena o gona mo bue kwa Esidimeni District le team ya gona le amogela balwetse ko Anani NGO.
ee go bjalo.
Correct.
Then, Doctor, if you'll turn to page 42. It appears to be on the same day. This time it's under the heading Last Group Leaving early on 30 June 2016. Do you agree?
E ka re be le lona letšatši le uwe gape go ya ka mokgwa o bonagalang ka gona
Ee,
ke group ya mafelelo e be e sepela kwa Life Esidimeni ka di 30 tša June 2016.
ee go bjalo.
Correct.
Then, Doctor, you'll see, but we've canvassed it already, page 44 repeats the challenges that you had addressed in the KK documents.
Kwa go page 44 e bolela ka mathata ileng da tlhakana le ona a le boletseng ka ona kwa mo di document di exhibit tsela tša KK.
Ee ke a e bona.
Yes, I can see that.
And then, Doctor, we get finally to the point of this whole presentation on page 45 under the heading Conclusions, where you've stated the following. The department, and Mr. Interpreter, I'm going to read the whole thing.
Yes, man. Yes, Council.
The department managed to take over all MHCUs from early as planned by target date, and also started with the upscaling of the community-based mental health services. The department notes with serious concern that there should be still groups that uses the families and media to fight and paint the department negatively. The department is committed to improve quality of mental health services in the province and protect the rights of the MHCUs, as well as developing best practices in all the NGOs. Please could you translate that, Mr. Interpreter?
Mo mafelelong le ngwadilo department le ya gona go tšea ka moka balwetse ba ba leng ko Life Esidimeni go ya ka mokgwa go be go planno ka gona ebile ya ba ya fitlhelela le date e uwe go ya e be beilwe a sanka ya feta ya fitlhelela go ya ka mokgwa go be go beakanye ka gona. Ya thoma gape le go lokisha le maemo re be maemo a maleba mabapi le balwetse. Department gape re ya lemoga gone ba bang ba batho ba ile bona ba di family ba ile re ga ba kgotsofala ebile gape le dikgogagogano tše di leng gona tše go bolelwang ka tšona mo go media le go batla gape le go nyaka gape go bontšha department a sanka ya šoma botse goba go beya department ka tsela e le gore a se tsela ya maleba mo mahlong a media. Ebile gape department e tekemišeditše go dira ka tšohle tše ka di kgonago gore e sepediše mo provinceng e sepediše dilo botse mabapi le go tlhokomelwa ga di-patient le gore gape go bena le dipeakanyo tša maleba tše e leng gore di šomišwa goba di-NGO di šoma ka tsela ya maleba mabapi le gore di-patient di swarwe botse, di swarwe le ka maemo a tshwaro ya gona e be ya maemo a kwa godimo.
See that, doctor?
Le badile ke? Yes.
The two issues arising from this. Firstly, you conveyed the impression that it was a success and had been implemented within the planned target date. Do you agree?
Bone ntlha tše pedi tše a nyakang go di bolela ka tšona mo date tše di beng e beilwe date e beng e beilwe gore ga ya swanela e fete ge go implementwa selo se ka moka goba mošomo ka moka le fitlheletše a sanka ya feta le gore mošomo o diilwe ka tsela ya maleba o tšweletše ka mantšu a mang.
Statement se se rialo.
Yes, that is what the statement is putting across.
Ene le gore ke ka letšatši e re fetša o tšea balwetši go bole ka tsela yona yeo.
And that after we had removed the patients, it was still in that same manner.
E seng after. Nako e re ntšha balwetši. E ra gore a ke re kgonne go meet that target, number one.
Number one, it says that we were able to meet the target.
Gape e bolela le gore re ikemišetša go improve our quality.
And that further we are prepared to improve quality.
Le ge e le gore di-concern di gona.
Even though there were concerns.
Mara e bolela gana mo ka go ntšha balwetši e kwešišwe taba e bolela ka go ntšhwa ga balwetši.
But be that as it may, it must be understood that the crux was about the removal of the patients.
Thank you, Doctor. The second issue is you noted there that there was negative media caused by people that were painting the department in the negative light. Do you agree with me?
Gore gape go be go na le polelo tše di beng di sa thabiši di be di dirwa ke batho tsoko ba e le gore ba be ba nyaka go totša leina la department ka maraga.
Re di notile le tšona ka bo seriousness ke nnete.
Yes, we had noted that based on their seriousness.
Yes, and that leads us back to where we started your cross-examination, Doctor, with what was QDM4, and where you dealt with the concerns raised in the memorandum to the families and loved ones. Is that correct?
Morago kwa mo QDM4 mo re wena mathata a beng a tlhagišwa ke ba meloko le la šomašomana le ona.
Mathata a be ba tlhaiša ba nyaka di-clarity re be re šomašomana le ona.
Yes, the problems that were raised and where clarity was needed, we attended to such.
Now, Doctor, whilst this project was going on, you reported back to the Department of Health. Do you agree with me?
Kana go project e be tšwela pele o ile wa reporta wena kwa go department ya health go bjalo?
Be ke reporta ko departmenteng ke nnete mara through the project manager.
Yes, I did report it to the department, but I did that through the project manager.
And we've loaded the presentations, or some of the presentations that you did during the project in sections 415 and 416. So I don't want to go through them in great detail, but I'm going to show them to you to identify. You'll see the first one was on the 9th of February 2016. My lady will be put up on the screen now by my attorney.
Lilela loader the project tšeo o bolela ka 415 le 416 o re ya mathomo e load e be le ka date ya di 9 tša February 2016 o nyaka go e bontšha mo screening.
You see it now?
Ke a bona.
Yes.
And this was your progress report, for want of a better term, or update concerning how the project was proceeding. Do you agree with me?
O re ke progress report ya gago ba ke update o ya ka bogo project e be e sepela ka gona.
E ngwadilwe presentation to stakeholder. So a ke so bone di ka gare mara e presentile ke nna ke nnete.
Yeah, what is inscribed here is presentation to stakeholder. I have not yet seen the contents, but I am the one that presented it.
Well, we'll just do the heading so we can go through it quickly. You've seen the first page is a termination presentation to stakeholders, and you are the presenter on the 9th of February 2016. Do you confirm that, Doctor?
The 9th of February 2016, kwena boy presenter o ya ka heading ye ngwadilwe mo.
O jwale o ya ka heading.
Yes, that is so according to the heading.
Then on the next 2 pages, you'll see you do the profile of the mental care user diagnosis and a summary detailing the facilities. Is that correct?
O detail le di facilities tša gona ke profile ya balwetši ga mmogo le summary ya gona o le tlakaleng le le latelago o bjalo.
A o bona le tše dingwe mara the heading ke a e bona.
I can see the heading, but on the table below, it does not show. It's invisible.
Difficult to read, I guess, you. But if we just go through the headings, because it will paint the picture.
Just a second, Dr. Manamele, you can still go to section 415. I think that is it 415? Yes.
Yeah, I'm not going to go into the detail. If she wants to verify.
Oh, okay. No, that's fine. Okay.
All right.
So, and let's just look at the headings, Doctor.
Level at the heading fair.
After summary, you get profile monthly monitoring of bed reduction as at 8th February 2016. Do you see that?
Profile, yeah, the reduction of beds. Kamraga summary ke latelago. Ka kgwedi e nngwe le e nngwe e ka ba wa e bona
ke a e bona
e direge ka di 8 tša February 2016. Yes, I can see it.
Then the next column is update hospital beds after renovation, and then there's a table on 2 pages beneath it and 3 pages beneath it.
Yeah, heading eo abangai e bala go update mepetro le di table tše pedi tše di latelago. Yes, although it is not clearly visible, I can see that.
Then we come to progress re-ID application, and there you've made 2 points. They read as follows. The translator will translate it to you. Met with Home Affairs and Social Development. List of all users sent to Home Affairs to check if they previously issued with IDs or not. Feed by Home Affairs to be given on the 10 February 2016. You see that?
Well, more progress ya application ya di ID re bullet ya mathomo le tlhakane le Home Affairs ga mmogo le Social Development. Ya bobedi le list di rometšwe kwa go Home Affairs ba lebelele ore e ka ba di ID di le tšantšhiwa peleng na goba di sanka tšantšhiwa na le gore Home Affairs e be swantše e lefe feedback ka di 10 tša February 2016. Yes, I can see that.
Then the next heading is progress with family engagement, and beneath that there are 3 bullet points. I'm going to read them so that they can be translated to you. Met with families of 3 LE facilities. Assessment was done to determine if the families will be able to look after the users. See below table of the assessment.
Progress le di family kana ko lebele tlhakane le bona o progress le ga ba gona ke efe bullet ya mathomo le tlhakane le di family ko tse tharo tsa life Esidimeni facilities le gape le dirile assessment o bona e ka ba di family di tla gona go tlhokomela ba balwetse gape le re gone table e ka fase mabapi le di assessment tseo.
Go bjale ke a e bona.
Correct.
Then and there's a table beneath that, and then you have HR reports. And I'm going to
table nngwe na mila wa latela HR report.
I'm going to read it to you, and I'm going to ask my attorney to try and make it bigger for you, Mr. Interpreter.
Yes.
It reads as follows. HR report. Need to liaise with LE, HR manager at LE and have the way forward. I'm going to... okay, proceed, Mr. Interpreter. And I'll go.
Report yona e wa le ga tsela or o swanetse or o tlhakano le life Esidimeni HR manager kwa life Esidimeni or ba bona re ka ba beakanya gore ba tswela pele bjang ka mošomo way forward.
Secondly, offer job opportunities, not as politicians says. However, we look at technical and administration issues.
Gape go bena le dikgoba tša mešomo e seng ka mokgwa o ga dipolitiki ba nyakago ka gona go lebelelwe mešomo e leng e technical e bile le ya administration.
Same process as for Selby Park.
Come again, Councillor?
Same process as for Selby Park.
Yona tsela e nngwe e go šoma ka yona e swantse bjale e šomišwe gape kwa go Selby Park.
Summarize or summaries the family meeting way forward and concerns.
Go dire summary bjale ya di meeting tše di be di swerwe le family ga mmogo go bona go tšwelwa pele bjang goba way forward ke e bjang.
March on 16th at 11:30 to 12:30.
Go bena le March ka di 16 ka 11:30 wa go fihla ka 12:30.
Ellie asked about possible extension.
Life Esidimeni ile a kgopela a go ka bana le a go ka kgonega go bena le di extension goba go oketšwe nako.
As Ellie has to be ready, losing staff, work on the resource, asked about the purchasing or leasing the facilities.
Ka lebaka la gore bjale Life Esidimeni e be le atlegelwa ke staff o le ga boledišana mabapi le e ka ba go ka rekwa goba gwa hirwa mafelo a o be go tlo šomelwa mo gona.
Then finally, email the presentation to all.
Gore presentation eo ge e dirilwe e romelwe motho ka moka o amegago ka email.
Then you did another presentation or progress report on the 15th of April 2016. I'm going to show it to you in the same manner so that we can see the information that was then available. It's now on the screen.
O dirile presentation e nngwe gape ka di 15 tša April 2016 gore o tlo go bontšha yona ke ya bonagala mo screening.
You'll see it refers to Mental Health LE Contract Termination Project. Progress report to the MEC and senior managers 15 April 2016. Presenter Dr. Machabo Manamela, Director Mental Health Services. Do you confirm that, Doctor?
O dumelana le se ngwadile mo
Yes,
Yes, I can see this.
Then you'll see there are tables beneath that with the summaries, with the patient stats summaries of the page 3. Then you have page 4 is the foreign nationals and the MHCUs outside the province. Do you confirm that?
Wa di bona di tlabakelo tse di latela go mbowe gape le mo e bolelang ka di foreign national se ba se ngwadileng mo wa se bona.
Ke se bona le ge heading ya ona e sa bonala gabotse mara ke se bona.
I can see that although the heading thereof is not that clearly visible.
And then the next page you'll see relates back to what we read in the previous report, and you'll see the Home Affairs Department progress, and I'm going to read it, Mr. Interpreter. 75 fingerprints were sent from Randwest Care Center and Baneng Care Center for national for verification. 31 MHCUs from Randwest Care Center were positively identified and have ID numbers. 42 MHCUs from Randwest Care Center cannot be identified, had no record. 2 MHCUs from Baneng Care Center had no record.
Progress report go tswa go Home Affairs Department wa e bona.
Yeah, e bona.
E bolelang ka di fingerprints tse 75 di rometswe tse di tswa kwa Rand West Care Center le Baneng Care Center or ba ile di netefatsa kwa national le 31 ja balwetse go tswa go Rand West Care Center o ile re dile ba ile ba di identifier ka tsela ya maleba le gore di ne di ID nomoro tša maleba tše 42 tša gona tša balwetse tša kwa Rand West Care Center tšeo ba sa gone bjale go di identifier e be di be di sena di record tše pedi tša gona tša balwetse tše be di tšwa kwa Baneng Care Center le tšona go be go sena yes.
Doctor, would you agree it's a feedback or a progress report on what's being done to resolve the issues?
Wa dumela re ke progress report be go fiwa o fanwa ka yona go lokisha mathata a beng a le gona. Yes.
You'll see the next table, and I said we don't have to do it in detail, just says that SASSA will visit the NGOs for assessment and application of disability grants, and then there are tables below that.
Gone table o ile ka se tsenelele ka kudu level fela di heading mo e bolelang ka SASSA re ile ya go di NGOs mabapi le go patelwa ga bona tšhelete ya modende.
Ke a bona.
Yes.
And then we can move forward to progress with family engagement. There's your item 8, and it says there in bullet points, family committee members joined on the visit to the NGOs in Tshwane. Clarity provided and intervention where need be. Family committee cited request to be assisted with transport for the visit.
Why one of the progress le family go tlhakanelong ga lena le family or e bolela ka no family committee members ba tlhakane ba ile ba tlhakanela ba ya kwa go di NGO kwa Tshwane gape ba fiwa le clarity le go tsenelela mo e be nyakega gona intervention ka mantšho a mang go tsenelela le di family committee di ile tša bolela gore di gopela thušo mabapi le transport ge ba nyaka go ya go etela kwa di facility.
Do you agree, Doctor?
Yes, I can see that.
You'll see that feedback finds itself in the KK documents and the report that we've been through, where you say that the issues were clarified. Is that correct?
Again, we're now the loje di beng puchutene di botsishwe lela fana ka clarity mo go tsona ibile go bolela ka tsona kwa go di KK documents tšela tša hula tšeng ka tsona pele.
The clarity mo e be nyake be re fa.
Yes, where clarity was needed, clarity was given.
Thank you. Then you'll see, Doctor, that there are tables beneath this where you deal with the beds and the patients and the decanting of adults at Tshwane, the CIJ, NGO, West Rand, Esidimeni, Ekurhuleni, and then there's a summary of the NGOs.
Le fana ka summary ya di NGOs le level la Botswana CIJ Esidimeni fela bjalo. Ke discharge ga mmogo le di-placement progress ya gona re e sepetše bjang mo le ntšhitšeng di balwetše la ba iša kae e tlhaloša ka moka ka fase gore le dirile bjang goba le šopile bjang.
E tlhalosa ka progress ya discharge.
Yes.
Until ka before re dira placement.
This table explains about the process of discharge up until before we then conducted the placements.
Just hold it there, Mr. Sibara.
My lady, if the court can assist Miss Sikukune, she's on the video.
Who's Mrs. Sikukune?
Yeah, she's off now, my lady. She's gone.
I didn't see her. Okay.
The one for Takaran. Thank you, my lady.
All right. Thank you.
Mr. Sibara, I didn't see that. Thank you. Now, if you look at the second last table, it's here, decanting. You've got the following columns. I'm going to read them to you. I know it's difficult to read. I'll ask my attorney to try and make it bigger. But the first column is number of users. The next column is transfer date. Then the next column is ID. Then you have assessed by doctor. Then you have medication issued. ZG status, NGO name, and comments. Those are the headings. Do you understand that?
Oh, what do you want to they are not that visible, my lady. Fella, we are going to go to the transfers, the ID, assessment by doctors, medication, the comments.
Okay, just hold
to
it there.
assist the witness. To assist the witness and maybe the interpreter, if you go to the more function on Teams, there's an option for focus on content. If you press on that, the screen also makes it a bit bigger, my lady, the written portions.
Thank you.
Where?
You go to more.
More.
And then you scroll down to focus on content.
Okay.
Focus on content. Yes.
The bigger one.
My lady, I can summarize this just with the view to making progress before the weekend, if I can. What I want to
before summarize, can I?
Before council can summarize, can I?
This slide to say, I guess it's ABC. I guess it's ABC slide to say.
I bear no knowledge of this slide that is depicted.
Which one now? The page.
The decanting slide.
It says,
yeah, yes. Le report yona a ke gopole nna ke ngwala decanting before ka di 15 ja April a se nnete.
Even this report, in this report, I do not remember writing anything about decanting by the 15th of April.
I can nka checka the presentation jaga tja mo a ke gopole.
I do not have this. Even if I can check my other presentations, this does not come to memory.
The yona total of 60 MHC could not be transferred as LE refused to release them. Aki gopole.
I do not remember.
I've never reported something like that.
So you have started speaking English again. I thought we understood each other.
Tshwarelo, my lady, ke a lebala.
My apologies, my lady. I sometimes forget.
There we are. Can we move on?
My lady, I just want to get the conclusion on this document, and then the witness can verify over the weekend, as happened last time, that she may remember that it was actually her report when it's put into context. If I can just do the conclusion, then we'll be done with this document, and she can have the weekend to consider her position on it. And the conclusion, Doctor, this is what you told the people that you're presenting to. The process of NGO's marathon is envisaged to reveal more NGOs that are ready by 30 May. Do you remember that, Doctor?
O sa gopola mafelelong ge o fitla mafelelong go conclusion o rileng.
Wa ke bona di information ela ya kwa godimo. Ke I disown this part. I ke itse.
O e lebeletseng ya we je.
Gore ge ke le go tloa mo reporting ela kwa godimo ke rileng ga ke itsebe. O ra re thot go ra gore ka moka ga yona ntho e le mo ga ke itsebe.
Go ya fase.
Go ya fase. Ka ra ke itse gore ye la itswa kae.
My lady, seeing that the previous slide I have disowned, it would then automatically mean that any slide that follows thereafter, I would distance myself from it.
Le gona le go gopola gore nna ke ile ka ba suspended ka tswa go department mara gore ke ngwadile dilo le.
It must also be taken into account that at some stage, I was no longer working. I was not active. I was not on duty. I was suspended. And that I wrote certain things. Oh,
le ge ke ngwadile dilo inform ditaba tse dintši ke di romela ga ke seno di ngwala ko fase o ba le signature yaka before re ka printer ka ngwala signature yeo. So slide se ka moka.
Every report that I have compiled, I would then undersign it. I would sign it underneath and send it to the relevant people. So this entire slide. Correction, I would not sign, I would write my name. And after that, send it to the others.
Ene le e mongwe le o mo aka no ngwala leina ka lebaka la gore re shumisha di email.
Now anyone can write a name of any person, because what we do not exchange hard copy documents. When we send these documents, they are electronically sent.
Ake gopole life Esidimeni gana o release balwetse ake gopole.
I do not remember life Esidimeni refusing to release patients. That I cannot remember.
Doctor, before I began this line of cross-examination, I asked you and you confirmed that you had provided progress reports. And I explained that this was a progress report to the MEC. And
just go slow.
I beg your pardon, I'll take it in.
Just one part and then the interpreter interprets and then you'll continue. Please rephrase.
Thank you, my lady. Before we began this line of cross-examination, I asked you whether you compiled progress reports and you confirmed that you did.
O re pele ka thoma ka go botša dipotšišo o go botšišitše e ka ba wena o ile wa compile di progress report na wa re o se dirile seo.
Di progress report ke be ke di compile ke gane eo mara se la sengwadilo mola.
I do not dispute that, but with regard to what has been inscribed on the previous slide.
ga ke di a se ngwale ke nna ela so ke ka moo ke rego
I did not compile that. And that is why I'm saying
o ra gore report ye ka moka a se yaka.
that would then I would say it means this entire report is not my report.
Le ge e le gore e tshwere tše dingwe tše be ke di tsebang.
Although some of the aspects contained in it are known to me.
Doctor, I gave you the specific dates. This one was dated the 15th of April 2016. Do you remember that?
I open a date. Yeah, e date the 15th of April 2016. Wa gopola sewe?
Di-date o mphile mara di-date tše ka moka a ke phele ke di gopotse ka tlhogo ke tla e bea jwale mara ka o tseba gore nna be ke report.
Yes, the dates were given to me. I do not dispute that. But these dates, all of these dates, I did not commit them to memory. Mara?
Yes, but
ke a tseba gore nna be ke fa report jwale ka deputy project manager and jwale ka director mental health.
But I do know that I did give reports as the director of mental health as well as the deputy project manager.
Project manager.
Yes.
And I put it to you, and it's my client's version, that you made this presentation to the MEC and senior managers on 15 April 2016.
Client ya gage MEC o re wena o dirile presentation here yona mo go bona a re mo go bona o bolela go MEC ga mmogo le go di senior managers e be le ka di 15 ja April 2016 ge o e dira
gona mowe mara nna ke ga a ke sa gopola di-date.
I cannot remember the dates.
Mara the content
I do accept that I was giving presentations and the content I do remember. Yeah.
And I put to you further that your suspension was only in 2017. It had nothing to do with this, doctor.
Ore ile o nyaka go botsa ge wena o bolela ka hule wa suspendwa e be se mabapi le se re bolela go ka sona mo e be e diragetse suspension ya gago ka 2017.
Di document ge be di le ka gare ga di email or what di tla no fela di le gona.
Yes, but if the documents have been sent and are contained into the email system, they will remain there. And another thing is,
ge ke dira di presentation ke ba le departmental logo ke do tšea blank paper so ka we presenta ko my senior.
When I do presentations, the document would have a departmental logo. I do not just take a blank paper and present it before my seniors.
Just a second there. Okay, just finish the interpretation, Mr. Interpreter.
It's done, my lady.
Okay, Ms. Asim. I see there is a hand, yes.
For what it's worth, and if it assists the witness and the court, there is this presentation, 15 April 2016, can also be found at page 20631 of the record. And it was part of the arbitration record where Dr. Manamela testified. The one on 20631 does have the departmental logo. I don't know if that will assist the witness to recognize it. Thank you, my lady.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm still trying to check for that document.
My lady, I thank Ms. Heston for that once again. There's a similar one, my lady, on the record at page 30862 for the 22nd of April 2016. So I think the witness needs to seriously consider the disownership of these documents that were there previously and they've never been disputed.
Or e nngwe gape ke e nngwe ka ntle le Ms. Hasima a bolelang ka yona e leng ko page 20631 go ne e nngwe gape e leng ko 30862 date ya gona ke di 22 tša April 2016.
Thank you, Mr. Interpreter.
Lore ore tabe wena gore di-document tše dingwe wa di-disowner ntwe o e lebelele botse ka lebaka la re document tše ke tšona tše di be go bolelwa ka tšona nako tše ka moka tše lore document ye e leng ko 20631 e na leng date ya di 15 tša April 2016 a se document e ntshwa go be go bolelwa ka le kua arbitration kwa mo o ile ngwana wa fana ka bohlatse ka yona.
Is that all, Mr. Interpreter?
That would be all, my lady.
Mr. Sibaro?
As a please the court, my lady, if I can just make a proposal to the court and maybe the witness can just step aside a bit. The witness has been referred to a second document, my lady, I see is depicted here on the screen. My senior was dealing with the document dated the 15th April. This one is dated the 22nd of April. And my lady, with the leave of the court, it will be fair for this witness to be given the opportunity to read these documents, which seem to be...
The court will go there. We are not yet there, Mr. Sibara. Isn't it now Ms. Hasim has just brought the document to the attention of the court? And
That
now,
is correct, my lady.
yes, just leave the court to do its work. Thank you.
I,
Thank you very much. I've noted that. I know what I'm supposed to do.
Thank you, my lady. It was just a proposal.
Okay, I thought you were coming with an objection or something. Yes. The witness can be called back. There she is, Mr. Hodes.
Thank you, my lady. My lady, I was going to have a similar proposal to Mr. Sibara. What I would propose, my lady, is because it is very significant.
Yes, it is now.
It's 20-1 now, my lady.
I can't hear you properly.
I beg your pardon, my lady. It's
Yes.
now 20-1. What I was going to propose
Continue.
is similar to Mr. Sibara, and that would be to give the witness the opportunity to read through these documents over the weekend and reconsider her position once we've given her the references.
Okay, did you give her all the references?
We will give it now, my lady.
Okay.
I have it from my attorney, but I can put on the screen so she can see the one that we found with the assistance of Ms. Hassam.
Yep.
20639, and then the page that we were going to now, with the conclusion that is at page. So sorry, I'm just getting the page reference, my lady. I'm not very good at this. 20639. I beg your pardon, it's 20631
Yes.
to 20639. That's the one that was there previously. That's the version that was there. And then,
9.
yes, my lady. And then there's 30862 to 230. That's 30862 until 30876. Those are the reports by this witness, my lady, that she needs to seriously consider ownership or disownership of, because they were there previously and they were part of the arbitration as well, my lady, and I don't believe that they can be seriously disputed.
Okwele ke di bona matlakala o swantse o lo a lebelela a di report tšeuwe. Ya mathomo re thusitseng ke Miss Hasim ka yona e nang le logo ya department ya date ya di 15 April 2016. E thoma ko 20631 wa go fitla ko 20639. O be go latele e nngwe ge gape ya date ya di 22 April 2016. E thoma ko 30862 wa go fitla ko 30876. Wa gopola gore o di lebelele botse le mafelong a beke o lo di bala botse ka lebaka la re document tše ke kgale di le gona di šomišwa go swana bjale ka bohlatse le kua ko arbitration-eng di be di šomišwa bjale ge wena gore ya tlhobaetša nto ge wena gore e nngwe ya tšona gore wa o e tsebe ebile wa itisola.
And my lady, the seriousness and relevance of this is depicted clearly, my lady, on page 20639, that the witness can prepare herself on. I will read it now, my lady, so that there's no surprises on Monday. After the first bullet point under conclusion that I've read to her, reads the following, which we say is attributable to this witness, my lady. The challenge of LE refusing to release MHCUs will lead to releasing the users in large numbers, which will impact on transportation, adjustment of the users and other resources. Thank you. So it goes to the crux of this very inquiry or this inquest, my lady.
Well, we couldn't bolela bothata botse ba go ganwe gore go ntshiwe go ba go tlošwe balwetši ka bontši mo e be tlo bana le mathata ona a boletšego ka ona gore go be go tla bona le mathata a transport ge ba ntšhitšwe ka bontši le gore bjale o swanela go bena le dipeakanyo tše di dirwang mabapi le go tlhokomelwa ga balwetši ba uwe ke ewe mo conclusion ya gona ba engwadile mo.
Just a second, I'm going to stop you now, Dr. Manamela. I'm not going to allow you to respond now. Go and look at the documents that you have been referred to over the weekend, together with the document that you have been cross-examined on. And then when we resume on Monday, questions will be asked. This is just to show you that there are some problems with regard to what you have just been referred to. Am I correct, Mr. Hodes?
Yes, my lady, thank you. I think
Zamo lebelela ka moka page tšeo ba go fileng tšona tšeo ga mmogo le conclusion e ba e ngwadileng gona mo screening o tekemišetše ka mošupologo ya ge thoma seo se bolela go ne mathata mabapi le se o bo se bolela bohlatseng bja gago ge motho a lebelela se se ngwadileng ga o fatlhele gona bjale o tla fatlhela ka mošupologo ge re boa.
A ke ne go fatlhela my lady ke gopela go tseba gore yona e be re itshwere le council holders nka ikira mo page mang ka re tšeke ke na le tšona.
I do have, my lady, these other documents. I just want to know, can I be directed by the court? Where can I find the document? The ones that we were busy with, that counsel was cross-examining me on it. Where can I find that one?
My lady,
Council will correct me. I think it was 415 and section 415 and section 416 of case line. Am I correct, Council?
that's correct, my lady, but they are duplicated. We were unaware of it, and that's
Yes.
where Hassan helped me. So the page that the witness needs to concentrate on, she will find at 20639.
Or letlakala la gona mo o tla ikhwetsang gona ke ko page 20639. Le ge e le re be re shomana le section 415 le 416.
Thank you, Mr. Interpreter.
Just the interpreter, according to Council, these have been duplicated. That is why he's now referring the witness to this page 20639.
Di tlhakatlhakane mo go ya ka section 415 le 416 ke ka mo counseloreng wena di tlhokomolowe lebelela botse o lebelele twi mo go page e page 20639.
But don't forget that there is also 30862 to 30876.
O ska lebala ge le we matlakala ke 30862 30862
to
go fitlela go 30876.
876.
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
Mr. Sibara?
My lady, I just want to get clarity from the court. The document referred by Advocate Asim, does it start from 206312?
That's where it ends at. It starts from 2031.
Okay.
And it ends with 20639.
Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Yes. On that note, the witness can be warned, and the proceedings are therefore adjourned until Monday. What is the date on Monday? Is the
28th of November, my lady.
28th of November. Thank you, Mr. Pina.
Thank you, my lady.
Re tla go bona ka mošupologo ke di 28 tša November re tswela pele o ska boledišana le ka ba ma le dilo re tša o ska boledišana le tsona ka case re kwana.
Thank you, Mr. Interpreter, for your assistance.
Yeah, Bushish.
Thank you.
Thank you, my lady. Witness warned already.
That's